Subscribe at the $9 level until the 15th of September, and your question will be answered in a public video. Plus, you receive all other benefits of the tier, namely the triple chance to win the monthly lottery for a tarot reading and a written monthly reading. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Pick a Card reading, where you don't necessarily need to pick a card. You can pick all three and receive 3 separate readings for 3 separate things if you wish, or you can choose and only listen to a part of this video. It's up to you. I know that you guys enjoy these types of videos, so I decided to make another one. And so what I'm very happy to announce as well is that I'm starting a new special offer. For the next 9 days, I'm going to be posting videos every day. And if you subscribe at the $9 level during these 9 days, you can ask a question that will be answered in a public video. And you also receive all other benefits of the tier. So you have a triple chance at winning the monthly lottery for a tarot reading, and you also receive a written reading. So subscribe at the $9 level if you want to participate in this. You can find all the details in the description about all of this. All right, let's jump into it. We have these 3 cute objects. Number 1, I'm not sure what it is, but it's a little bit heavy, and it's like in the shape of a rose, I think. Then we have this cute little shell, seashell. And we also have this watch. So I would like you to pick one thing or 3 things that you are anxious about. So we're going to use this reading to conquer anxiety and to see what the cards reveal about the potential pathways forward in conquering your fears, your anxieties. So if you wish, you can pick one object that you're going to be working with that you think fits your anxiety the best, or you can pick multiple and assign different anxieties to each, and skip to that part of the video if you wish, or listen to all 3 of them. It's completely up to you. And how you assign those anxieties to the different objects is also up to you. So if you want to, you can pause this reading here and now and think about ways to connect with these items, or you can just do it randomly. It's completely your choice. I'm going to give the cards a little bit of a shuffle while you're making your decision. Let's see the first card. The second card. And the third card. All right, so let's start with the first one. Let's see what you can do to work with your anxiety. And we have the 7 of Swords for you. The 7 of Swords is the card of moving in the direction of least resistance. And oftentimes this card is associated with very negative moral judgments. So at the core of this anxiety, I think there's a sense of guilt, a sense of getting away with it if you choose the easier path, if you go towards the solution that is least expensive energetically. But the cards are asking you to consider whether you really have the capacity to engage with the path that requires you to be quote-unquote moral or brave or courageous or what have you, or if the easier choice is actually saving you a lot of anxiety, a lot of trouble. Now, this is sort of a gray area with the Seven of Swords, because the general consensus about this card is that this character is stealing those cards, or those swords, sorry. So there's a question of, why are you in this situation feeling like you should be morally impeccable when us humans are all flawed and we all have our imperfections and we all make dumb decisions from time to time? So I'm also sensing the anxiety being connected with being cowardly. So at the core of this anxiety, there's some fear of seeming cowardly, seeming like you're taking the easy way out, like you are not a strong person. Now, the Seven of Swords is saying to you, perhaps you don't need to be a hero. Perhaps there's no need to strive for perfection. Perhaps it's okay to take it easy every now and then and go in a direction that requires less effort. Because if you save some energy on an anxiety that is ultimately meaningless. So for example, I could see this card being related with people who are overly anxious about how their actions will affect other people, whether they're going to offend anybody or whether they're going to be a good husband, a good wife, a good friend, all that. What if this is what this card is asking you? It's just a question, so feel free to deliberate and see if it works for you. What if you are allowing yourself to be a bad friend for once, to be a less than perfect partner? What if you allow yourself to get away with something that in your mind is probably an extremely reprehensible moral digression, but maybe in reality it's a minute detail, and it's your anxiety that magnifies it to be this incredibly important thing. So what if you allow yourself to be less than perfect, is the question here. Perhaps that can help reduce your anxiety a little bit. Okay, number 2. Let's see what's going on here. we have the King of Wands for you. What this card is saying is that this anxiety is connected with your vital energy, with your decision-making power, with your actions. So there's a paralysis of actions that is very likely a part of this anxiety. What if I make the wrong decision? What if I am not in my right mind and not in a sober and authoritative space like the King of Wands to make a good decision? So the anxiety is basically questioning your own authority, your own ability, your own skill to be decisive and to make good decisions. So what this card is asking you is to respect your own authority over your life. You are the only one that really knows what works for you. And I repeat that. You are the only one, the only authority, the only real, unquestionable authority on knowing and feeling and sensing what really works for you. No outside source can really tell you how to feel or make decisions for you. So the King of Wands is asking you to take that risk and practice, perhaps in small and innocent and less less important situations or less stressful situations, to practice choosing a path and sticking to it and simply seeing what happens. And with the King of Wands, I'm sure that you will be surprised at how successful you can be when you start respecting that. When you start little by little building that confidence, that trust in yourself, in your own authority. Okay, let's have a look at the last card, the last item. And we have the Page of Swords here. This anxiety seems to be connected with a lack of information. The Page of Swords is a student, a card that essentially speaks about the importance of learning and being receptive to new information. Your anxiety might be coming from thought processes and beliefs that are simply happening without check, without conscious control or a critical questioning of why those beliefs are accepted as true. The anxiety might be connected with exactly that, not knowing enough, not having enough information. And what the Page of Swords is saying is that there are things that you can learn about this that will make the anxiety less torturous. Knowledge and information are actually good ways of quelling some of the uncertainty that you might be facing. And so there are some people who perhaps get scared that there's something wrong with them, perhaps in terms of their health, and they start researching. And that is actually not a bad thing in and of itself to do. The issue is that you're perhaps, or these people perhaps, are not choosing the right avenues for acquiring accurate information. Knowing the truth and working towards a sensible solution, it's always going to help. You can always find out more, and you can always gather more data, more valuable information about what is happening with you. There's always a way to do that, but perhaps the ways in which you've been doing it are not effective enough. So the Page of Swords is asking you to make sure that you're turning to the right source. Make sure that you are receiving the information from an intellectual authority that is reliable and trustworthy. Do not settle for what the first impression is, because things might not be as bad as you think. So further investigation might be needed, and that might quell a lot of the worry and anxiety that you're facing in and of itself. And in general, the Page of Swords is communicating to you that learning more about what is going on with you and what is the truth of the situation is going to help. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you all tomorrow.